What is the scariest story you know that is 1000% true? 1. Over the hill from where I was raised in the 1930s, there was a family with a son who had serious mental problems. It had gotten bad enough they were going to put him in a home. The father took the rest of the family to town while mom stayed with the boy. When the family returned, they found the boy walking around the house with his mom's head on a broomstick. 2. A local story that haunts me is the murder of a former coworker, Sean Dugas. He had a Magic the Gathering card collection worth 6 figures, including a Black Lotus, that was incredibly rare at the time. He befriended these two brothers who eventually chased him around his house and bludgeoned him to death with a hammer before stuffing his body into a plastic bin and filling it with concrete. It's so disturbing to me because Sean was such a chill, hippie dude who got a talking to for wearing JNCOs to interviews. He was a gifted reporter, and had a hand in starting a homeless encampment that served hundreds for years after his death. He was a wacky and kind dude, and the thought of the terror he went through in his final moments frightens me more than any horror movie I've ever seen. 3. Probably the Paria diving incident, where 5 divers were sucked into an underground oil pipeline while working on repairs. 4. The lake that killed an entire village when it basically burped. The Lake Nyos disaster, a crater lake in Cameroon, caused the deaths of around 1,700 people and 3,500 livestock in 1986 due to a limerick eruption. The lake suddenly released a large cloud of carbon dioxide, suffocating nearby villages and livestock. 5. One day I was at my temp job when an announcement came over the PA system that everybody was to stay in their office, lock the door, and not come out under any circumstances until they were told to. Having absolutely no idea what was going on, I locked the door of my office, jammed a chair under the doorknob, sat on the floor in the knee-hole of my desk, and read the book I brought to read at lunch. About an hour later, they gave the all clear and I went back to whatever task I'd been doing beforehand. We later found out that a disgruntled former employee had showed up with a Thompson submachine gun and started shooting people. 6. The DuPont factory and their Teflon story. Literally one company poisoning the entire planet and getting away with it. Sounds so ridiculously fictional, but it absolutely happened, and every living being on the planet still suffers its consequences.